Nicki Minaj, breaking barriers in hip-hop and female empowerment. First and foremost, let me just say how honored I am to stand here and speak with you all tonight. This moment right here, it's bigger than me, bigger than any one individual. It's about the culture, the legacy, and the power of transformation. I'm here because I believe in the power of representation and the importance of paving paths for others to follow. What am I trying to achieve? To put it simply, I'm trying to redefine what's possible. In hip-hop, a genre often dominated by male voices, I've worked tirelessly to claim my space and prove that women can not only compete but excel. But it's not just about music. It's about using my platform to empower women, especially women of color, to dream bigger, to break barriers, and to shatter ceilings that were never meant to hold us back in the first place. I'm working toward a world where the next generation of girls grows up knowing that their voices matter, that their dreams aren't too big, and their ambition isn't a liability but a strength. Hip-hop gave me the mic, and now I'm passing it to them, not just to sing my songs but to create their own. The big picture. It's a world where female empowerment isn't just a buzzword. It's a reality embedded in every industry, every community, and every culture. And if I can make a girl in Trinidad, the Bronx, or anywhere else believe in herself because she sees me doing it, then I've achieved something bigger than I ever imagined. What motivates me? Honestly, it's my roots. Growing up in Trinidad, then moving to Queens, New York, I saw both the beauty and the struggle of life. I've lived through days where the only certainty was uncertainty. I felt the weight of people doubting me simply because of where I came from or what I looked like. But every challenge, every no I faced has fueled me to push harder. My family's story is one of resilience. My mother's strength, her determination to give her children a better life, is the fire that drives me every day. She showed me that no dream is too big if you're willing to work for it. That's why I've dedicated myself to proving that the impossible is just a word. I fought to create music that speaks to the underdogs, to the girls who feel overlooked, and to anyone who's been told they're too much or not enough. But it's not just personal. It's about the culture. Hip-hop is more than music. It's a movement, a voice for those who've been silenced. And women have a right to that voice just as much as anyone else. Every time I step on stage, every time I drop a track, I'm motivated by the idea that my presence alone is breaking barriers. I'm here to show that women in hip-hop can be unapologetically themselves, whether that means being bold, vulnerable, sexy, or powerful, and sometimes all of that at once. What might motivate you, too, is knowing that change is possible. If a girl from Trinidad can make it to the global stage, then nothing is out of reach. If I've learned one thing, it's that every single one of us has the power to inspire. Whether it's through art, business, activism, or just being there for someone who needs you, your impact matters. Together, we can motivate the world to believe in the impossible. Breaking barriers is never easy. Trust me, the journey to where I am today has been anything but smooth. The first great conflict I faced was the stereotype that women in hip-hop couldn't stand on their own. Early in my career, I was constantly compared to male artists, as if my talent couldn't be seen without putting it in the shadow of someone else's. I had to fight to be taken seriously, to prove that my pen game, my flow, and my vision could stand toe-to-toe with the best. The second conflict: the double standards. In this industry, women are scrutinized in ways men rarely are. If we're too bold, we're called aggressive. If we're too confident, we're labeled difficult. I've been criticized for my image, my sound, and even the way I choose to celebrate my success. But here's the thing, I refuse to apologize for who I am. I've learned that the only way to shatter double standards is to stop playing by their rules altogether. And the third barrier is one we all face: fear of failure. No matter how far I've come, there's always that voice in the back of my mind asking, what if I can't do it? But I've learned that fear is just another challenge to overcome. Every time I've taken a risk, every time I've stepped outside my comfort zone, I've grown. And even when I've stumbled, I've picked myself up stronger than before. These conflicts are universal. We all face challenges that try to hold us back. But the truth is, every barrier is an opportunity to rise. What's stopping you today doesn't have to stop you forever. And if I can overcome these obstacles, so can you. Let's talk about risks, because breaking barriers isn't for the faint of heart. I've taken risks my entire career, whether it was experimenting with different sounds, speaking out on issues others were too afraid to address, or simply refusing to fit into the mold the industry tried to put me in. But every risk I've taken has taught me something valuable. Even when it's scary, even when it's uncertain, risk is where growth happens. I'm not going to stand here and pretend it's easy. There's a lot at stake when you decide to challenge the status quo. But here's the thing, the rewards are worth it. By taking risks, you're not just paving the way for yourself, you're opening doors for everyone who comes after you. That's what makes it worthwhile. And the good news? You're not alone. Just like I've had a team of people supporting me, from my family to my fans to my collaborators, you have a network of people who believe in you. And when we take risks together, we're unstoppable. So, to anyone here who's scared of stepping outside their comfort zone, let me reassure you, you've got this. The risks you take today could change your life tomorrow. And even if you stumble, you'll learn, you'll grow, and you'll come back stronger. Trust the process, because the only real failure is not trying at all. I'm going to keep it real with you. This journey is not for the faint of heart. There will be obstacles. There will be days when you want to give up, when the weight of it all feels too heavy to carry. There will be people who doubt you, who tell you you're dreaming too big, who try to pull you down when you're trying to rise. But let me tell you something, the journey is worth it. Every sleepless night, every sacrifice, every tear you shed is building something extraordinary. Success doesn't come easy, but the things that matter most never do. The key is to keep going. Even when it feels impossible, even when the odds are stacked against you, you have to keep pushing. One of the biggest lessons I've learned is that you can't do it alone. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, who lift you up, and who share your vision. Lean on them when you need to, and be there for them in return. Together, you're stronger than you could ever be on your own. And most importantly, remember why you started. For me, it's about more than just music. It's about creating a legacy, about inspiring the next generation, about showing the world what's possible when you refuse to give up. Whatever your why is, hold on to it. Let it guide you, let it drive you, and let it remind you that every step you take is bringing you closer to your dreams. The road ahead won't be easy, but it will be worth it. So let's walk it together, with courage, with determination, and with the unshakable belief that we can, and will, change the world.